everybody, how are you doing today? Welcome back to your favorite channel, Shikohop TV USA. This is where we say inawezekana. Inawezekana means it is possible. Yes. And my name is Shikohop. And this is where we give nothing but hope. And today, as you can see, Niko site. Yes, this is where I get my daily bread. This is where I get my livelihood. Yes. So I decided, because it is now the time for cleaning and I'm almost done, and I was like, I need to do a video, a short one, so as to keep you guys updated. So this is where I work. This is where I spend most of my day, and I spend the days not all by myself. I spend the day with the little ones who are always in my care, and I thank God. I thank God. So in the last minute to finish cleaning, and we are going to do it together with you as we go about today's video. Yes. And the reason why I decided to do this video is because of the many questions, yeah, you have been asking since I posted the video about the Prince hosting residence. The one I posted last weekend, that was on Saturday, 1st of April. I can't forget. So after I posted that video, thank you so much, because you received it with a lot of positivity, a lot of positive attitude, and I thank God so far, because we are waiting for the result, and you might become a guest in our residence very soon. You will. God, only God knows if it is this year or next year or 2025 or 2030, maybe. Who knows? Only God knows. So you have been coming, commenting in the comment section, asking about so many questions there. And the questions you have been asking, some of them are discussed in that video. So if you asked a question and I told you to listen to the video, maybe you went back and listened to the video and your answer was there. But today I want to address the questions that were not addressed in that video. Yes, if this is the first time you are watching us, we host successful DV winners who are willing to be hosted by us, or maybe if they don't have anybody who can host them for free in the US, or maybe they have some people who can host them for free, but they don't want to go that route. They just want to come independently to Fins, because at Fins you are not being monitored by anybody. We are just there to facilitate your maneuver in the US as a newbie, and we guide you through the whole process. This is what we do. We have an office in Nairobi, Kenya, and our office is 1 month old. Actually, we started it last month. That was in March 2023, and that is where the journey starts. So once you get selected, you come to us, you visit our office, you come to us, you tell us, oh, I'm selected, I want to be hosted by Fins, I want you guys to hold my hand until I reach to the US. And then that is where we start the journey. So if you are in Nairobi, if you are in Kenya, if you are in Uganda, anywhere in Africa, South Africa, Botswana, Namibia, Zimbabwe, Mozambique, if you are in the West, Nigeria, Cameroon, Sierra Leone, all those countries, Ghana, Benin, all those countries, you can reach us. And we will be happy to help you achieve your dream abroad. Yes, you just WhatsApp us if you are not in Kenya. If you are out of Kenya, you can WhatsApp us. We are on WhatsApp. Our number is +254 115 411 314. On WhatsApp, we will get back to you. The number again is +254 115 411 314. And that is where your journey will start. So those who are waiting for the result in May, once you get selected and you want Fins to take you through the whole process, assist you until you achieve your dream abroad, get in touch with us immediately and we'll be glad to help you. Okay, so back to the questions you guys you are asking in the comment section. Let me start with this this question that was most asked by people, and it is about kids. That's why I'm doing this video, because I deal with kids, early childhood age, of course. And the questions, most of the questions were rotating or revolving around kids, and I addressed the issue in the video, although I didn't go deeper. I just said we don't host kids, we don't accommodate kids. And as in the video you saw, we all the available the residence that is available right now, you saw that there are no anything to do with kids. It is only adults. It's adult only. And people are like, hey Shiko, you should consider us. Because we need to come to things, but we have kids. What are we going to do with these kids? Different ages. You're asking about different ages: school aged, high school kids, babies, infants, toddlers, all ages. You are asking about that, and I was like, it's like you guys, you are not understanding this, because imagine my own kids, they depend on me, right? They depend on me, and they are my responsibility. Now imagine you coming to be hosted at Fins. You are looking up to me to guide you through the way, and then you have kids who will still look up to me or to Fins. That one is not that one is not possible. I know you are arguing like, I will be taking care of my kids, I'll be taking care of my kids. Then that one is also not possible, because you saw the rooms, you saw how things are. You will be sharing these rooms with strangers. You want to bring your kids to strangers? That is one thing you have to consider. You want to bring your kids to strangers, total strangers, to be sharing rooms? And then these kids, let's say for example, you have, maybe you are saying that your son or your daughter is almost 18, or maybe is in high school, and you're like, I think Shiko should consider the big kids, because they are so independent. 1 2 3. But you saw even the beds are for the singles. So, and you are paying the payments, because Fins is not hosting for free, and that is another question people are asking. So you'll be paying per person. Do you have that money to be paying for yourself and for this youth who will be attending high school? How much money will you be making per month to help you pay for 2 people and then have enough to save? Because at the end of 3 months, you are expected to exit. If you don't exit, you will have to extend, and the package now is, the payment now is a bit higher than the first 3 months. Am I making sense? I don't want you to come and you'll be working, one person working because the child is maybe in school, or maybe it is father, mother, and this kid who is in high school. How much will you guys be making? You pay for 3 people, and then you need to move out by the end of 3 months. It is not possible. You'll not make it. And we are not here at Fins to make money when you guys are stagnated. No, that is not our aim. Our aim is for you guys to move as fast as possible. I said, you sacrifice everything. You have to sacrifice in this life. Don't expect anything to go very smoothly. Anything good comes from sacrifice, right? I don't know how you are asking, Shiko. I sacrificed my child? You're not sacrificing your child. Listen to me and listen good. You're not sacrificing your child. And this is the sacrifice I'm talking about, okay? Imagine you have one green card, not one. You have been selected for green card. You have gone for the to the embassy. All your visas are approved, and now you are like, Fins, please take me in with my children. And Fins is here saying, no children, strictly no children. And your kids, you can Fins is telling you, leave your kids behind. Leave your kids behind, not forever. Not forever. Sacrifice that 3 months or 4 months. Or maybe 2 months. Or maybe 2 months. It will depend. It will depend on how long you want to live them. On how long you want to live them. So, the sacrifice is this. You have kids. You want the best for them. And you don't have anybody who can host you for free. Okay? If you have someone who can host you for free, then Fins is out of the picture. You are coming to Fins because Fins is there for you if you want to be independent, and if you don't want to burden anybody with hosting, because at Fins, at the end of the day, you are paying, and the payment is the one that will keep you going and being accommodated at Fins. If you have someone who can host you for free, then talk to that person. If they want to accommodate you with your kids, well and good. But at Fins, we are not accommodating kids. And it is not in bad faith. It is in good faith. It is in good faith. Let's say, for example, you have an infant or someone or a toddler, any child who is 4 years and below. That, like, the ones I deal with, because that is a question I was getting from people. Hey, Shiko, you have a childcare program. Be hosting us, and then we'll be taking our kids to your place, so you will be taking care of them, and we pay. Oh my goodness. Let me tell you one thing, guys. Daycare or childcare here, it is very, very, very different from childcare back in Africa. Very, very, very different. Childcare here, we are inspected, we are supervised by the state, and we are regulated by the state. For me, there is a number of children I can't do what that I can care for. If maybe I'm licensed to take care of 15 kids, I'll not go beyond 15. If I'm licensed to take care of 6, I will not go beyond 6. And I can't try to bend that rule, because anytime they can walk in and they will see you are licensed to take care of 10 and you have 12, I'll be cited. So here we work with regulations. And another thing, daycare is very expensive. There is no way you will be working, to pay for Fins accommodation, and then you pay for daycare. Fins daycare itself is very expensive than hosting. Daycare is like 2 times a month of what you are paying for hosting down there. So you will not make it. You will not make it. Let me tell you frankly. There is no way you will say, Shiko has a daycare, I'll be taking my kids. As a new immigrant, you will not afford daycare. You will not afford daycare. There is no need here. Kukuja hapa niwaambia, you will do it. It is possible. Even if we say it is possible, for you paying for daycare, it will not be possible. It will not. Even the living conditions at the hosting residence, it is not favorable for your kids anyway. So, most of the questions were around kids. Children comes with responsibility. I have 4 kids of my own, and they are my burden. Sometimes I'm like, hey guys, this is too much. And you know they are mine. There is nobody who is there to help me. So if you come to Fins, you will come under us. So even your kids will be our responsibility, and there is no way we are able to do that anyway. Yeah, children comes with a lot of responsibility. A lot. Let me tell you one thing. Kids, okay, right now I deal with kids right now because it is school period or school season. The kids that comes to my child care, they are the ones who are not yet enrolled in preschool. Okay, during summer I will be having 13 years and below, because during summer no school and parents have to go to work, so they opt to take their kids for summer child care. Okay, and let's say for example I have 4 kids of my own. I have Favor, she comes to daycare. I have Ian, she's in elementary school. Jerry next year, she's going to middle school. Shiro is in high school, okay? When enrolling these kids, you have to list three emergency contacts, okay? These 3 emergency contacts, you have already listed the parents and then 3 emergency contacts. Let's say, for example, you come to Fins and maybe I didn't say that we are taking kids. Maybe we take kids. You have to, because you need 3 contacts that you list by the school, so that in case you are not caught on phone, maybe there is an emergency or something, the emergency contact will be contacted to go and get that child from school. Maybe, of course, you are going to list us. You're going to list us as emergency contact. Imagine I'm here doing my job and then you are not nowhere to be found, and then I'm called, I pick the phone and I'm told your child is sick, need to be picked from school. I have my own children here. I can't leave them. I can't leave them unattended. And then your kid is supposed to be picked. You see, so those are some of the responsibilities I'm trying to show you. Like there is a day there was an outbreak of some sort. I was called. I was at work. I was called in the morning. Ian was sick. Okay? He vomited. Let me tell you, in America, when a child vomits in school, he's not kept in that classroom. He's taken to the nurse station and you are called, come pick your child. He can't be allowed to stay with the others. So I was called, hey, Ian did this and that. He puked in class. And I went and I picked him. That was around 11. And then at around 1, I was called, Jerry puked during lunchtime. So I had to go and pick her. Imagine, it is a lot of responsibilities. If you don't go pick them, if you don't go pick them as a parent, the emergency contact, the person I had listed as an emergency contact they will be contacted. Actually, by the time I was contacted, they had tried his dad, they had tried me. I was not in a position to pick a phone, or maybe I didn't hear it. I was mteja. They tried my 3 emergency contacts. They were not available. So they said they have to contact again. And then by that time I was on my break time and I was with my phone and I was like, I called and you are calling me because Ian threw up. He could remain there for the best part of the day until one person was available to go pick him. So those are some of the responsibilities I'm telling you. Some of the responsibilities that comes with kids. And then these kids need to be taken for immunizations or injections or vaccinations. These kids have to be taken for doctor appointments, for dental, a lot of responsibilities. When we are saying we are not taking kids, we know what we are talking about. It is not by bad faith. Even as we could want you guys to come to things with your kids for the best peace of mind, okay? But sometimes life is not fair. Life is not fair for everybody. Sometimes it is up to us. We take the sacrifice. You sacrifice ourselves because you need the best for these kids. You can ask yourself, these people who goes to work at Gulf countries, Saudi, Qatar, and everywhere, They leave their kids for 2 years. 2 years and they survive. What about you are just leaving them for 3 months? Even people who are in Gulf, they were commenting, they were like, Shiko, mimi niliacha, Shiko, I left my daughter for 2 years, I'm in Gulf, so 3 months is nothing to me. I will gladly leave them even for 6 months for me to build their foundation so that they can come and join me when I have already made it. Yeah, when I have already set a good foundation, because I know what I'm doing. I'm sacrificing for them. I'm sacrificing for my kids. So those who are asking for us to consider kids, just know we are not saying no kids just for like that. We have our own reasons why we are saying no kids, because we don't want to overburden us, and then we want you guys to move as fast as possible. The last family to host with kids was last year, and they moved within 1 month because it was very, very, very hard. Okay? Very, 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 very hard. And it was just a pilot. We have never hosted anybody with kids actually. And I told you in the other videos that I did earlier, we were doing a pilot of how to host with kids, how to host families with kids. And we did not host them in the Finn's residence. I hosted them in my own house. And it was very, very, very hard. And they moved out within 1 month. So guys, whatever we are saying, we have tried and it did not work. You know, you are like, Ishko, you can try and see. So we have tried. We tried last year and it didn't work. It didn't work. Kids comes with a lot of responsibilities, guys. So let me not, please, guys, understand and try to bear with us. If you want to come with the Finns, just know that Finns does not accommodate kids, and I will not maybe go on with the comments trying to say we are not hosting kids because of ABCD. So guys, try to understand why we are not accommodating kids. It is that those are just few of the reasons why we are not accommodating kids. You sacrifice for 3 months, come here, let me tell you what you're gonna do. Because it's like some people are not getting what we are trying to say. You are like, Shiko, will I go with my kids to the embassy to get the visa? Yes. This is what you'll do. You know you are going to be hosted by Finns, okay? We work with you through the whole process until you go to the embassy for your visa interview. You go to the embassy, all of you, kids included, go pay for those visa fees, get your visas approved. Once you get your visas approved, you know, I want to go to Finns. Kids not allowed. So you go after 3 days, get your visas from DHL, go pay your flight ticket. Okay, go pay your flight ticket. Let me tell you, your visas are valid for 6 months since you went for your medicals. Once the visas are out, go pay for your air ticket. Once you pay for your air ticket, if you decide the principal applicant to go first, or maybe if you are a couple, you can say the kids can remain, both of us we go. And then after 3 months, you will have gotten jobs. You have maybe okay, of course the documents have you are already with the documents. You are working, even maybe 2 jobs, and then you are making good money. By the end of 3 months, you are ready to move out, get an apartment. By that time, you have built your credit. You don't have a 0 credit by the end of 3 months. You have built your credit, both of you. So even you can be approved for apartment, and you'll not be asked for many months deposit. You'll not be asked for many months deposit. You will be considered because you have a credit score. Both of you have credit score, or you have built your credit. And then once you get your apartment, you start life. Slowly. You can decide. Maybe you can go get your kids 1 month before the visa expires, 3 weeks before their visa expires, or 2 weeks before their visa expires. Just note the expiry date of your visas. By that time, you are set. You are working. You have even a one car. If you are a couple, you have managed to get a car. Even if you are single, you can manage to get a car within those 3 months. Or maybe if your working place is not far, you will be walking to work and then you get a car later. I gave you an example. For us, we got a car when we were 4 months old in the US. We walked to work for 4 months, and then we bought our first car. Our second car we bought 1 year later. Okay? This life, don't expect everything to be very smooth. There comes a time when you have nothing but to sacrifice yourself. Okay? And when you come to things, I told you guys, we are not promising you heaven on earth. We are just giving you the basics to get you started in America. To get you started. Okay? And the basics you saw in the other video. So guys, we at Fins, we are trying our best to help you achieve your dream abroad, to have a soft landing. We guide you. It will not be smooth. It will be having a lot of challenges. Yes, life has challenges, ups and downs, ups and downs. And one of the downs or up, it is you leaving your kids back home. And you'll be always on phone confirming if they are good, if they are doing all right. But that will be for a short time. And then you'll be happy to reunite with your kids later when you are not with Fins, when you are now in your own apartment, doing stuff independently. Go get your kids, bring them to your own apartment and enroll them in school, start life. If you want to bring them for childcare here, if we have an opening, that is you are most welcome to do that. If they are school going kids, you enroll them in school, you take them for injections. By that time, you will be knowing around a thing or two here and there, because you'll be having some experience in the US. So guys, the other question I was seeing you guys saying is like, Shiko, I don't have anybody that I can leave my kids with. I have one baby. She is very young, or he's very young. He's a baby, he's an infant, he's a toddler. And I don't have anybody I can leave my kids with. I'm an orphan, or maybe I don't have families I can leave my kids with. So many reasons you are telling me. And you are like, Shiko, maybe you can take me to your home, your own home, away from the residence, the Fins residence, your own home, so that now I can now, not together with the others, I be with you. So many. That's why I want to address it here, because this was in the YouTube comments, Facebook inboxes, WhatsApp inboxes, emails. I received so many emails asking me to do that, to get you here in my home, away from Fins residence. And it is not possible, guys. It is not possible. My last time to host in my house was last year, 2022. From last year, from January this year, I am not able to host anybody in my house. Not here. As you can see, I have a business in my house. So there is no way I can be able to accommodate anybody, because my house is my business now. Last year was my last year to host in my house. Okay? And you guys, you saw the videos. I hosted people in my house last year. Since January this year, my house is out of bounds for any stranger, because my business is in my house. Okay? And my family are the only people who are allowed to stay here. Even if my mom comes right now for a visit, I will have to report to the state licensing. I have a guest in my house. She is my mom. And they will need her background. They'll have to take her background to see and to regulate that anybody who lives in this house has a good background. Of course, not any guest who will extend the stay, okay? And this person is not family. This person is not family. So anybody who lives here is a family. And the state knows this is a family related to this child care operation. Okay? Anybody here who lives in this, anybody who is above 13 years, anybody who is above 13 years in this house, they have taken their background. And that is me, my husband, and Shiro. Even Shiro's background was taken because she is not an early childhood. Okay? My child care facility caters for children who are 0 years to 13 years. If you're above 13 years and you live here, your background is needed. So even Shiro's background was taken, and even Jerry and Ian, they are counted as daycare kids. They are counted as daycare kids. So if I work weekends and they are at home, they are counted as daycare kids. During summer, they will be counted as daycare kids. So if I'm licensed to take care of 15, I have 3 of my own and then 12 non-related kids. Okay? So if those, for you who are telling me, Shikoyo, you can take me to your home instead of going to Finn's residence, just know it is not possible. Just know it is not possible. I'm not allowed to bring any stranger in my house. My house now is my business. This is a very serious business. We are dealing with kids, children, and we are licensed, and I can't try now to mess with my business. This is business. This is where I get my daily bread. I can't mess with that. So now you understand the reasons why I'm not able to host in my house. Those people you saw last year in the videos I hosted, those were the last people. I don't know if I will host anybody in the near future because this is a business I'm into since January this year, and I'm glad it is my business. It is in my home. I work from home. But there are some things I can't do, like hosting strangers in my home. That's why we have Finn's hosting residence away from my house. Away from my house. Yes, so I hope I have explained that very well. You have to understand and bear with me. Another thing that you are asking me to do, those people with kids, that is, they were like, you are like, Shiko, what if maybe you can plan on how we can get apartments? We come and you get an apartment for us, so we can live near Finn's, so that we can be like, we are under Finn's, but we are living in our own apartment. Those are most of the questions that I was getting from you, who are like, they don't want to go to Finn's because they have kids. They are not for the idea of coming to my house like the ones I just talked about earlier. They just want me to arrange on how they can get an apartment, and they come direct to their own apartment. Guys, let me tell you one thing. In the US, it is not the way you can walk to a landlord and you say, I need a home or I need an apartment. You are given keys, you pay, and you are done. In the US, things are very different here. Getting an apartment is a process on its own. Nobody will lend you or will lease you an apartment if you don't have a social security. Even if you came here with 10 million, your currency, your currency money, you will not go to that complex and say, I just came with your suitcases. I just came. I have money. Give me a. They do thorough background before they approve you for the apartment. 1, you need to have a social security card or number. 2, they need to know if you have credit. If you don't have credit, you'll have to put down some months deposit. Some ask even for 4 months deposit. being approved for an apartment, it is not something to be done in 1 or 2 days. Maximum or minimum 3 days. Minimum 3 days. So people were like, Shiko, what if, because I was trying to talk to you, those who came to me, and I was telling you it is not possible for you to get an apartment direct from your country. You come to your own apartment. There must be someone somewhere in the US whose name appears in that apartment. Okay? So if you have anybody who can agree to co-sign for you to get an apartment, that will be a good deal. That will be a good deal. If people agree, if you have a person who can agree to co-sign, you can do it. But there is no way you'll move all the way from your country to the US in your own apartment, in your own name. Nobody. It is not possible. That apartment is in another person's name. And that another person's name is a US permanent resident or a US citizen. Yes, so getting an apartment in the US, it is not a walk in the park. When you go to apply for that apartment, they will need to see where you work. How much money do you earn? How much money do you make per month? Will you be able to be paying this rent? Okay? And when you sign the lease contract, it is not monthly. It is either from 8 months to 15 months, or even to 18 months, or 24 months, whichever period you want. But it goes with them. If they say it is 8, 9, 12, 15, 18, it is up to the complex. There is no way you can live in an apartment for 1 month, 2 months. Even if you come with 10,000 Kenyan shillings or your currency money, they need to see how much money. They need to see some pay stubs. Some pay stubs, previous pay stubs, like 2 or 3 pay stubs, previous pay stubs, to see you are working, and you will be able, the money you earn, you will be able to pay rent. And most of the complexes, apartment complexes, they say is they want to see the rent that you'll be paying is 3 times the income. Your income is 3 times the rent. For example, if your rent is $2,000 US, you need to earn 6,000 per month. Okay? If you are a single person, you need to prove that per month you earn 6,000 so that you can qualify for a 2,000 apartment. If you are married, then you are lucky because it is both of you, your income combined, and then you qualify. Of course, many couples, they qualify because they are both working. So even if you come here with 10 million Kenyan shillings, nobody will give you an apartment in your name without social security, okay? And without the pay stubs showing you can afford and you earn, and of course a green card to show that you have legal permanent residence. Of course, there are some Chinyamaji stuff, Chinyamaji apartments that can maybe give you without the papers, but don't expect to be living in a very good environment. Maybe those are the crime prone areas, of course. But I don't know, I have no idea of where those apartments are. I just think, and I don't know. So guys, you have to understand that getting an apartment when you are a new immigrant without any social security, any green card, any source of income, it is very important. It is very, very, very impossible. And then when I was telling you it is impossible, you're like, Shiko, why can't you maybe co-sign for me? Now these are the people who have already processing. These are DV 2023 now. Why can't you co-sign for me? I come and I was like, When I agree to co-sign for you, this will be my apartment because my name will be on it. If you default to pay, I will be responsible. Some people, let me tell you guys, character development is real in this country. And our Africans people are very, very good at character development. I already told you, getting an apartment, you have to sign a lease contract. Maybe you agreed to sign a lease contract of 12 months. And then you come. So I consign for you. My name, I co-sign. Even if it is not co-signing, it is me, because I'm the one who has the papers. I will give my own papers to get that apartment. And then you come to Texas and you're like, I don't like Texas. My cousin is in New York or is in Minnesota. I want to go there before the lease contract is done. And then you pack your bags and leave. Because people always talk on phones. And you are rich, you be picked by Uber all the way to the airport. You get a flight to your state of choice. You leave me, my name, in that lease contract. Me. Please, it is not by bad faith, but I'm not in a position to do that. Character development is real. I know you'll start saying there, Shiko, people are so wicked. I'm not like that. I'm not like that. Let me tell you, even those people who gives people character development, one day they said they cannot do that. So, leasing and co-signing for you to get a lease for an apartment, please, I'm not able to do so. And siyo kwa ubaya, it is for my own peace. Siyo kwa ubaya. And of course, I own more properties. I have listed many properties with my name. So, please, siyo kwa ubaya kukata. I know people are good. We have good people there. They cannot character develop me. But, please, for the sake of peace and harmony and unity of the Holy Spirit, I'm not in a position to co-sign for anybody. Tafadhali. We have had people getting character developed. And when you break a lease contract, when you breach a lease contract, there is amount of money you need to pay. A penalty. Not something very little. Very huge amount of money. There is no... Yes, if I can be too good to co-sign for you, and then you happen to talk with your relatives who will tell you, come to Montana. Montana is good. Leave Texas. And then you character develop Chico. And then you go. You leave Chico in that lease contract. That amount of penalty I will be given. It is either I continue paying for that rent as usual, or they see that house is not lived, nobody lives there. They have to question. And then they have access to the apartments, of course, because it is their property. They come in and they found nobody lives there. Nobody lives there. They will call me, hey, what's happening? Do you still live here? Blah, blah, blah. I say, whoever was living there, relocated. They are like, okay, now you signed a contract for 1 year. You just lived here for 1 month. So you have to pay the balance because the house is marked as taken. So, consigning a property or an apartment for somebody, it is not something I can do. I'm too good to do that, guys. I can't afford to do it. Even if I am too good to do it, how many people will I consign for? How many people will I consign for? And then, it is my documents, my credit score, my everything. I'm not in a position to do that. So don't inbox me telling me to co-sign for you. I'm not in a position to do that. Don't inbox me telling me to host you in my house. I'm not in a position to do that. Don't inbox me telling me to host you at Finn's residence with kids. I'm not in a position to do so. There are terms and conditions to be followed, and I made this video longer because I don't want to be repeating myself every now and then. So this video will cater for all the questions that you asked, and I hope you understand. Come to Finn's if you feel that you will agree with Finn's terms and conditions. If you can't agree with the Finn's terms and conditions, it is okay. Look for someone who can host you, and we are all dreaming to achieve our dream abroad in peace, right? So everybody who comes to Fins, now you have a great picture on what to expect. Before I go, another question you asked about, someone told me, Shiko, now you can try and start like a driving school to be training us once we come to the US, once we come to Fins. And I'm like, I gotcha. So a video on how we will be going about driving is coming soon. Keep watching, keep tuned. We will let you know how we will be doing about training you how to drive. So that is another video. Wait for it. It will be dropping after this video. My name is Shiko Hope. Keep it here. Hope alive. And we are all in this journey together. Visit our office in Nairobi. We are along Tsavo Road in Tsavo Rd Trade Centre building, 3rd floor, room number 315. You can call us, text us, or WhatsApp us. Our phone number is, get ready, phone number is +254 115 411 314. Phone number +254 115 411 314. Any day during office hours 8 to 5. Contact us, call us during office hours, text us, WhatsApp us anytime, and we will be happy to help you achieve your dream abroad. As you wait for DV results in May 6, be ready to come visit us for DS260 application. If you not be successful with DV and you wanna try visit visa, come to us. We will help with DS160 application, student visa, all kind of visas. Come to us and we will be happy to help you achieve your dream abroad. We are in this together, guys. We help you achieve your dream abroad. My name is Shiko Hope. Until next time, bye.